So Longshot Cards asks, with Beckett not being relevant in the current grading space, what are your thoughts on BGS 10s? Have they or will they lose value in the market compared to PSA 10s?
I mean, I think the premise might be a little wrong. I think Beckett, the name Beckett, is still very viable. And I think we see a lot of shifting on, one, two, three of grading companies. And, PSA seems to have the crown now, but you never know what that's going to be in a year, two, three. I would love to know, just the data behind this. I would love to know if there have ever been any BGS 10s that wouldn't cross to a PSA 10. You know what I mean? I doubt it. So because of that, what I would say is they'll always maintain some value because at the very least, you got to figure you'd be able to cross a BGS 10 over to a PSA 10. You'd think. I don't know whether or not, maybe we're going to ask PSA that next time. Has anyone ever been crazy enough to try to cross a BGS 10 and you said, wow, what a nice BGS 10. It's a PSA 9. I don't know whether or not anybody would ever send those in, but that BGS 10, here's what I would tell you to do. Okay? You know what? Do this for me. Do this for me. Can you pull up the easiest way to do this would be on Instagram, pull up the page of the Pokey Jew. Pokejew, Pokey Jew. Yes, that is his actual name, folks. I'm not making that up. And you know him from the G.I. Joe Pokemon case fame, right? Not a small individual. I mean, big in the hobby. And, I like big guys. And take a look at that post, okay? And I don't care about Pokey Jew himself, but what I'd like for you to do is, if you would, it's a golden auction, all right? And if you scroll down a little bit, it's got some of the under the picture. It's got some of the description of it, right? And it talks
1999 Pokemon base first edition holographic number 8 Machamp BGS 10 pristine pop one.
correct. So I will bet you that if you click through on the links and the whole deal, that the golden auction will have a glowing review about how this card here, and I'm sure there's many of these, right? I'm sure there's many of these examples, but this is one I saw today because I commute, guys, so I'm on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
I
this is
read
a
these
whole
things. I see these things.
BGS 10
Look,
set
there's
cage.
it's not set, it's a lot of cards. It's not a set. But if you
Okay.
click on any of these,
Right.
I guarantee there's a mention in the description about how BGS 10s are rare, how they are the epitome of rarity, right? Just talk about the BGS 10, you click on any of them, right?
Yep.
Just BGS, right? What does it say?
Encapsulated and graded pristine 10 by BGS. Machamp
So
flexes impressively against a holographic swirling background and art by Ken Sugimori. Of the more than
Sugimori,
360 examples of this card currently in the Beckett population, this is one of just 2 cards in the pristine tier.
so if you read these descriptions, they talk glowingly of the BGS 10s, how rare they are, how great they are. I think they stop short of saying how much they're better than a PSA 10. You can look at the post; they definitely do say that. This is Golden, who has what do we want to call it?
A relationship.
A relationship with
Yeah,
PSA,
it's
Collectors
a
Universe, the
relationship.
whole 9 yards. And even they, to be fair, have to hold out these BGS 10s as part of their fiduciary duty to these, the people who've consigned with them to get the most money and explain how a BGS 10 is the creme de la creme, on its way to a black label, which is even better. So I think they have a space. I don't think the Beckett brand goes anywhere. I think if even if there is, if you assume a continued deterioration, I believe that something happens with the Beckett grading brand that keeps it relevant. The name Beckett is like synonymous with baseball collecting for the last bunch of decades. I mean, it's it's how I knew what things were worth. You know what I mean? It's what I graded with when I first started, grading my cards as well. So, yeah, I think the BGS 10 always maintains a premium.